In the world of politics, some figures come and go unnoticed, others leave a mark. And then there is Donald Trump. He was not just a president of the United States, but a political and media phenomenon that shook America, bewildered the world, and changed the shape of modern politics forever. Donald John Trump was born on June 14, 1946, in New York City, into a wealthy family involved in real estate. From his childhood, Trump was no ordinary boy. He was loud, confident to the point of defiance, and believed he was born to be in the spotlight. This sense of superiority followed him throughout his life and shaped the persona the world knows today. He entered the business world early, taking over his father's real estate empire. But he was not content with just an inheritance. He wanted his name everywhere: skyscrapers, casinos, luxury hotels, and private planes, all boldly branded Trump. He was not just a businessman, he was a walking, talking brand. But his path was far from smooth. Trump faced major bankruptcies, and some of his projects collapsed spectacularly. Yet he always came back with his usual style, attacking, challenging, and declaring that failure is not the end, but a new beginning. This mindset would later become a cornerstone of his political rhetoric. In the early 2000s, Trump entered a new stage: the media world. His show, The Apprentice, made him a global television star, portraying him as a tough, no-nonsense man, delivering his iconic phrase, "You're fired." Millions of Americans saw him as a decisive leader, even before he became a politician. Then, in 2015, something unexpected happened. Donald Trump announced his candidacy for the presidency of the United States. Initially, the media mocked him, and politicians dismissed him as a mere electoral joke. But Trump was playing a completely different game. He used shocking language, attacked the elites, criticized the media, and raised the slogan, "America First." His words were direct, sometimes harsh, yet they resonated with millions of frustrated Americans. Trump was not a traditional candidate. He spoke not as a politician, but as an ordinary man, saying what he thought without filter. This approach made him extremely controversial to some and wildly popular to others. This is when the greatest American division in decades began. And in 2016, the world was shocked. Donald Trump defeated Hillary Clinton and became the 45th President of the United States. Election night was a political earthquake. Markets shook, media was stunned, and supporters celebrated as if they had won a historic battle. His presidency became one of the most controversial periods in modern American history. Sudden decisions, constant clashes with the media, unprecedented use of Twitter as a president, and strained relations with traditional allies. At the same time, he tightened immigration policies, partially built the wall with Mexico, lowered taxes, and pushed economic policies considered successful by his supporters. On the international stage, Trump was different. He did not flatter anyone. He confronted China, pressured NATO, withdrew from international agreements, and presented himself as a president who does not follow the old rules. Some saw him as a strong leader restoring America's prestige, while others considered him a threat to democracy. But the peak of controversy came with the 2020 elections. Trump lost to Joe Biden, but refused to accept defeat. He claimed election fraud and questioned the electoral system, leading to one of the most dangerous moments in American history: the storming of the Capitol on January 6, 2021, a moment that shook America's image before the world. Trump left the White House, but his story did not end. On the contrary, he became the most influential former president in American politics. He still dominates the Republican Party and continues to make headlines, with legal battles, attempts at a comeback, and a following that sees him as a savior. Donald Trump is not just a former president. He is a mirror of global division and a symbol of a new political era, where populism, media, and social networks shape leaders like never before. Whether you love him or hate him, agree with him or oppose him, one thing is certain: Donald Trump changed the rules of the game. And history has not spoken its last word.